All right, guys, I found a nice little spot, nice little pond, and I was thinking about what do I want to talk about for today's video. And I want to talk on the concept that the universe works through seemingly random events, right? And what I mean by that is, in all reality, there's no such thing as something being random. There's no random thing. They can appear random because we can't see the finer order behind it. We can't see who's pulling the strings, you know? So it just seems random to us. Here's what I mean. Picture you live in a cabin in a snowy forest 200 miles away from all other human beings and all other life. And every day you do the same thing. You go out and chop wood, and you go hunting, and you cook food. Now, if you do this every single day in this place away from all humanity, every day, like I keep repeating, how often do you think new things are going to happen for how often do you think you will have new opportunities? How often do you think you'll meet new people? How often do you think new things can happen? Not often at all, right? Because you're limiting yourself by being in a strict routine where there's no randomness, where there's no variety. Now compare that, say you go to Hawaii, where it's super warm year round. It's pretty small. Everyone is always out and about doing things because it's warm out. You kind of just got to go and do stuff, you know? I mean, that's my experience when I was in Hawaii. Everybody was always out and about. You would see someone who lives on the other side of the island because they're in town to buy some fruit, you know? So if you're in this environment where all these random things are constantly happening, there's all this movement, and it's largely has to do with the warmth and whether the sun is shining or not. You're gonna have so much more, there's gonna be more opportunity for God or for the universe to work through that, right? Say you're trying to manifest, right? Say in your mind you visualize you're gonna find, as a friend of mine in Hawaii told me, he visualized finding a pair of brown Ray-Ban sunglasses. So you really want some brown Ray-Ban sunglasses. If you're the guy living in that snowy cabin away from all humanity, and you're manifesting, putting all this energy into finding some brown Ray-Ban sunglasses, you're not gonna find them. And if you do, it's gonna take a really long time. Compared to if you're in Hawaii where there's all this movement, there's so much opportunity for the universe to give you those sunglasses. It can happen so much faster. That's why I think our environment has such a big impact on like everything about us, everything about our lives, because how are you supposed to manifest in an environment where there's no movement? You know, and I'm currently kind of struggling with that because look where I am. I mean, the sun's shining right now, so it's not really a good example. But like, I'm in Washington. There's not a lot going on, you know. So I guess that's my point. And I was meaning to kind of explain like how the universe works through randomness, but it kind of led into me talking about the importance of your environment. So yeah, your environment's very important. And okay, it doesn't have to be like you have to move somewhere, right? Something I used to do is, I remember like a couple months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I wanted to find a musician to play music with, and I could not find anybody in my town, none of my friends, right? So what I did was I went into a local like city. It was like a city that's like 30 minutes away from where I lived. And then I just walked around in the city and just talked to like a bunch of strangers. Like I had like a little notebook. I like told them I was interviewing them for like a school assignment, but in all reality, I was just going out there and trying to talk to people. So I'd walk up to strangers and then I'd be like, hey, can I ask you a question for an interview for a school assignment? And they'd be like, sure. And then I would just get to know the person through this kind of prompt. And then by doing that, I actually found a musician that's like my age, that is cool, that is like the perfect person I was meant to meet. And I remember when I saw the guy, my intuition was like, that's the guy. Like, I just knew. But I never would have found him if I didn't put myself in this random environment, in this city where all kinds of people are walking around. I didn't put myself in the uncomfortable feeling of having to meet new people, you know? So half of it is manifesting, half of it's putting it out there to feel the energy and feel what you want to happen. And then the other half is you have to put in the work, and you need to put yourself in situations of randomness. And it doesn't have to be physical. You don't physically have to go to a city. You could post a video on the internet, because if you think about it, that's like the most random thing that could happen. I mean, pretty much the whole population of the world uses the internet, right? A lot of people use YouTube. Post a video on YouTube, and the universe can work through that, you know? So yeah, it's day 4 of my challenge, and that's why I'm posting this video, making this video, recording this video. Hopefully it helps someone, and hopefully if I post enough videos, enough people will tune in, and then I don't have to work a shitty job where I pull weeds all day. I got farmer's fingers from pulling weeds. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And see ya.